Before mankind was created, God placed trees on the earth and he planted a garden. When man was formed out of the earth, God instructed him to tend to the world and to cultivate it. Life and the knowledge of good and evil were associated with trees. In Parshat Beshalach, a tree makes the bitter waters sweet. In the Psalms, the righteous are compared to the upright palm. And as we die, our liturgy reminds us that we are transient, like the flowers of the field, or like grass. The trees whose fruit and shade we enjoy may have been planted before we were conceived. The trees we plant today might give fruit and shade for generations after we have gone. It is true that mankind is compared to the tree, but in its stature and in its longevity, in some ways as an image and as an icon, the tree exceeds mankind. The festival of Tu BiShvat is, on one level, nothing more than the marking of an agricultural tax year. However, on a spiritual and a symbolic level, it helps us to focus on our relationship with our environment, the splendor and beauty of nature, the bounty of our natural and cultivated spaces. Tu BiShvat reminds us of that fine balance between the fruits and the benefits we derive, and our responsibility to care for and to conserve the resources on which we depend. The Midrash teaches that when God created the first man, he took him around to all the trees in the Garden of Eden and said to him, "See my handiwork, how beautiful and choice it is. Be careful not to ruin and destroy my world, for if you do ruin it, there is none to repair it after you." In his messianic vision, the prophet Ezekiel refers to the waters being cured, the fish becoming plentiful, the waterhole nourished by a returning stream. In our world, these are significant themes. Our daily news discusses waste management, recycling, strategies for water conservation and treatment. We look upon the loss of natural environments and habitats, incursions into unique heritage areas and reserves. We note with concern the threats to endangered species, diminishing biodiversity. On a local and on a global level, we have a spiritual and a civic responsibility to our surroundings. The Torah and Jewish sources abound with environmental teachings. The Talmud prescribes systems of waste management and the recycling of spent materials. We are enjoined to plant trees and nurture green spaces. We are prohibited from felling fruit trees to make weapons or in the name of urbanization or for their timber. If fruit trees must be uprooted, they must be relocated. We are mandated to leave land fallow in the sabbatical year. Even though we may exploit our fields, we must allow for natural regeneration. It is worthy of mention that Israel was the only country in the world that entered the 21st century with more trees and richer forests than it had in the year 1900. Israel is now a world leader in water conservation and desalination. On Tu BiShvat, it's traditional to enjoy a variety of fruits and eat a new fruit. In order that our children may also share and enjoy the same beautiful world that is our heritage, may we commit to planting a tree, whether at home or in Israel, or indeed supporting any other conservation through the JNF. May we be thoughtful about saving scarce resources, sensible about recycling, eliminating waste, using environmentally safe packaging. In our Parsha, after the children of Israel cross the Red Sea, they journey 3 days into the wilderness and then come to a place of bitter water. They protest and complain. God instructs Moses to take a certain bitter tree and throw it into the bitter water to make it sweet. Immediately afterwards, God establishes a special ordinance and makes a commitment to heal and protect his people. The commentaries observe that sometimes the Torah presents a bitter first impression. Nonetheless, when we throw it at life's challenges and immerse ourselves in it, we find it to be a tree of life and a source of sweetness. Environmental responsibility may entail small sacrifices, but our world is surely worth it. This is Rabbi Jeremy Lawrence wishing you all the best for Tu BiShvat and a Shabbat Shalom.